It's going to be a hot one today, guys. Good morning. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, Canning Recipes, a little bit of everything. Headed back to make Pop some breakfast and get busy. I've already been a little busy, but we are hoping for some rain tonight. We need it, we need it, we need it. Okay, community. I can't tell you how hot it is here right now. Our heat index is over 100 degrees, but we're expecting some rain tonight, and we will welcome it so much. So today, we're going to go through some of our emergency prep items. So we bought some of this stuff many years ago, 8 to 10 years ago. Let me look at the expiration date. Here's my fruit. It says it's good by May 13th. I think that says 2047. And the Augustin Farms one with the variety pack says it's good until February 1943. I don't really expect to be around by then, but let's just see. First, we're going to look at our fruit and vegetable pail. So these have been stored in our back pantry here in the house, so they have been under temperature control. We're going to test these things out. Well, honestly, I'm kind of a little upset because I was expecting blueberries and other stuff like that. So we have freeze-dried green beans, banana slices, pineapple slices, strawberry slices, green peas, sweet corn, broccoli florets, and apple slices. Go ahead and try the strawberries because these are in season right now, and I can go ahead and freeze dry some of these myself. So I'm going to sacrifice and see what these look like. Well, they don't look too good. So let's hydrate them and see. But when I opened it, it almost smelled fermented. I've doused them down with some cold water, and we'll see what we get. But these don't look very appetizing. You know, I don't want to be critical until I taste, because sometimes even though they look not so hot, they might taste okay, and that's really all that matters. So on the Augustin Farms 106 servings of the breakfast and dinner variety emergency food supply, chicken flavored noodle soup, creamy chicken flavored rice, maple brown sugar, creamy potato soup, strawberry creamer wheat, elbow macaroni, got lots of elbow macaroni, creamy stroganoff, chicken flavored soup. Let me see, what was that over there? Yeah, I think we're going to try that. Morning Moose milk, elbow macaroni, marinara, cheesy broccoli rice. So I am going to try the chicken flavored noodle soup. I'm willing to sacrifice that. I've put them all back in there. Now I want you to know that first off, I'm 60 years old. I could not get this lid off. I had to call Greg in here. It was nicely sealed, and I get it. You want to seal it so that no moisture or light or anything gets into it. So I understand that, but just make sure you have somebody possibly to help you open this. If you're a younger gal, you might be just fine. So the directions state that we're going to whisk the entire contents of the pouch into 5 cups of boiling water. I put 5.5 cups of water in here because I need to allot for some of it to steam off. So let's see what happens. Now, if this tastes good and it works out, we're not going to let this go to waste. We will put it aside in a container and we'll eat it. And especially Pop, he will enjoy chicken flavored noodle soup. 190 calories per half a cup. There are 4 servings per container. So I think maybe what I was misled on the most is 106 servings. I didn't take into account that these were not single servings, which I would absolutely prefer single servings instead of making up 4 or 5 servings for maybe 3 of us, because I feel like that's going to be a waste on us. So if you look at, this is the marinara, and it looks like it is half a cup of serving, and there's 4 servings per this. So you might want to be aware of the serving size, and again, I would prefer single servings so that I knew exactly what we had. I've cut the package open, and this is what's in there, and actually it smells pretty good, guys. lots of seasonings and a very good aromatic smell. A lot better than the strawberries. So, hey, this may be a really good deal. We are coming up on a boil. Actually, I can't wait to go ahead and put this in there because, again, I think this will be, it smells really good, guys. I think this will be a good snack for Pop, and let's just see how this ends up. Meanwhile, my strawberries are continuing to absorb the water. Okay, we have a boil, and so we are going to whisk this into 5 cups of boiling water. All right, we've poured our package in there. We're going to reduce the heat down to medium. And it says let cook for about 20 minutes. Now, again, I'm going to tell you, it smells really good. Honestly, I'm pleasantly surprised. It smells good. So you do want to stir frequently, and in about 20 minutes, we'll know exactly what we have. So it smells like the Lipton onion soup mix. That's what it smells like. Kind of looks like it too, but we'll see at the finished product. Stay tuned. We are coming up on it being almost complete. You can see it's got some noodles, some potatoes, some peas, maybe some carrots. Let me back up a little bit. 20 minutes have passed, so we are going to let this cool. So I want you to keep in mind that this is not a meal to fill your belly. These are meals to meet your calorie intake per person. So keep that in mind, because if it was to fill your belly, this would be only enough for me and Greg. But for our calorie intake, yes, we would get 4 servings out of that bag. So I put some salt and pepper, and we're going to let it cool a little bit, and then we'll do a taste test. I'm going to show you. It did thicken up. I can smell some herbs in there and some spices. There are the noodles. Now for the taste test, and this is the most important part. It's not bad. It's not homemade, but would it do in a pinch? Absolutely, it would do in a pinch. So it's got the chicken flavor, and it's got a little bit of beefy flavor, but honestly, guys, it's really not that bad. You can see it's got some pretty hefty noodles, and it is thickening up. So for the soup, if I was going to give it a thumbs up, 1 to 4, I would give it a 2. Is it edible? Yes, it is. Is it flavorful? Yes, it is. But there is a little bit of an aftertaste. I'm not sure what it is, but that's what you can kind of expect from high caloric food if you're doing freeze-dried, and maybe some of the herbs and stuff. But overall, would I buy this again? Yes, I would. Would I eat it as a meal every day or every week? No, I wouldn't. So this really is just for emergencies only. It has enough of a flavor that is enticing, and that will suffice if you're hungry and if you're unable to get groceries at the store or something. So I would give this a 2, 2.5 maybe. Thumbs up on a scale of 1 to 4. Now let's check out the strawberries. They're still not looking very appetizing, but let's give it a flavor. Here we go. Not bad. If I could give it on a scale of 1 to 4, I would give it maybe a 3. If you can get past the texture and the look of it, there is a strawberry flavor. It would be good to mix in with some oatmeal or maybe a shake or something like that to quench maybe a sweet tooth. So it's not that bad. It's not that good, but it's not that bad. So we do some freeze drying ourselves. We use the Harvest Right freeze dryer, and if you're looking at buying $600 or $700 worth of the already freeze dried food, you might want to look at maybe freeze drying things yourself. So I'll tell you some of the things that we were successful at for the freeze dried items was stuffing, chicken, chili, beans. All of those came out really well. To give you an example, we had one of our friends and our community members drop these off. These are peaches, and these are scarlet peaches that she did 2 years ago. And so we're gonna try these out, and she put them in a mason jar. And for me, that seems to be the best way to go. Putting in the foil packets, excuse me guys, I'm having a hard time today. Putting them in the foil packets is not necessarily the best. If you put them in the glass jars, your mason jars, your ball jars, you can see what's going on with them. She did vacuum seal them, so let's give these a taste. You can see the texture, and let me see if I can show you what the texture is. Let's try them. So these are the peaches. Flavor rich. These are very good. You can hear the crunch. So your kids are probably going to love this as a snack. And it would be fantastic in some oatmeal. So that's kind of the difference. The peaches look still pretty good, and they were done 2 years ago, and they are crispy. And I'm going to pop them in our vac pack so I can vacuum seal these so we can preserve them. We use the VacMaster VP215, and let me show you. We are all sealed up again, and we will set these aside just for snacks or for adding to our oatmeal. So again, guys, when you're looking at your freeze-dried foods, if you're buying them already prepared, look at them as a caloric intake for high calories, not necessarily for flavor and to fill you up, but for sustainability. I find that my dressing or my stuffing that I freeze dry, and my chicken that I freeze dry, and chili and beans, it's my recipes, and once I rehydrate them, they tend to taste a little bit better. So if you're looking at buying the emergency food that is already freeze dried, keep in mind that you're looking for caloric intake, and you're not looking for a lot of flavor, and you're not looking for being full. You're looking for survivability. But with your other freeze-dried stuff that you make, whether it's spaghetti sauce, chicken, stuffing, anything like that, then that's going to have your recipe and your flavor to it. We have tried the stuffing and the chili, and it turned out fantastic. Also, rotisserie chicken is brilliant. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We thank you for watching. I hope this gives you some insight as to the direction you may need to go moving forward. We love you all. We hope that you had a wonderful day, and we are burning up hot here in Texas, but we do look to have some reprieve tonight and maybe in the coming days. See you soon. Take care. God bless. We love you all.